Dylan, you brought this up on my timeline last night by responding to the tweet.
Yeah, so there's a fairly large asteroid that's headed, it's estimated to be between 820 feet and 1,870 feet in, I guess, diameter? Diameter. Yeah, that's the word.
Diameter.
Yeah.
Diameter. And it is heading toward Earth. And according to scientists, they do not, quote unquote, and this is, I should mention, this is from the Daily Star, which feels like a tabloid.
It's a little tabloidy.
Hopefully this is a.
I'm not on that one, Dylan. I'm using it.
Okay, we should probably read from yours. This one has some questionable information.
This one says the asteroid is taller than the Empire State Building and it's closing in on Earth at 11,200 miles per hour. I've never been in a car going above 125, and so this seems fast, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it does.
It's fast. Let me tell you this. Look, I might look like a fool for this in like a year. Don't really worry about this kind of stuff. I feel like we have the technology, and all we have to do is like do a slight tap on an asteroid.
We've seen Armageddon,
and it changes the.
Is that all it takes? I mean, just to change its direction, just to shoot it with a missile or some shit.
If you get to it,
how do you do it though? How do you?
I don't know. We got Space Force now.
Do we have?
Are you familiar with Space Force? Yes or no?
Yes, I am. But
dude,
do we have the technology to change directions of these things? And if so, how do we do it? You know what I mean?
Right,
dude. That's the question. Why don't we just holler at our alien friends that we know exist, and we're like, hey, can you guys can
y'all
do
just
something?
change the direction of this bad boy?
One thing I don't like about this is they just have trash names for asteroids.
Yeah.
You know what they named this one? It's just called 163348. In parentheses, 2002 and then 4.
That has no swag.
Like,
why not just name it like Jeff?
Did Elon Musk name this? Yeah, why don't they name asteroids after humans?
Yeah.
That'd be tight if you had they're like, hey, Dave, you're up for your asteroid.
Good. Hey, been waiting. My time.
Here's a sentence from this article that I would like to read to you guys.
Okay.
The asteroid will approach Earth at a distance of 13.25 lunar distance, or 0.03425 astronomical units from the sun. This is roughly 5.1 million kilometers, or 3.2 million miles away from our planet. Why not just simplify that? Just throw one number at us. No one knows what lunar distance is or an astronomical unit. No one.
Dude.
You know what they should use to destroy
Earth is
it?
kind of like an astronomical unit. You know what I'm saying,
It's true.
It's fairly small, actually, compared to some other shit.
We have the technology to destroy it. You know what we could use?
Ben Affleck?
Laser beams?
Laser beams.
We've seen Armageddon. That's how they do it. They just land on it. And
didn't they get on there and like frack it? They were just getting a producer, and then they're
going to blow it up.
Saltwater injection well made it explode.
Spoiler alert, things didn't go as planned when they were on that big-ass rock.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
And then like Nicolas Cage saved the chemical weapon from like exploding. Wow. Right?
I don't know.
It's a different rock.
I don't know if that's the. Oh yeah, that's the rock.
If you smell.
What's gonna do? Rock.
Can I ask an honest question?
This is a rock I don't want to smell what it's cooking. Let me tell you that.
That is very.
Because it will destroy humanity, is what I'm saying.
Say this thing hits the dead center of the Atlantic Ocean.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, it's a problem.
That tidal wave city.
Yeah, I feel
Wilmons is going down.
I feel like we're minutes from death if that happens. Just minutes.
What if it hits
different?
What if it hits a complete opposite side of the world from where we are?
It's still gonna fuck us up somehow,
dude. Because it's gonna throw shit into the atmosphere. Probably cause global cooling, block sunlight. My vitamin D is gonna be trash.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to catch a base.
I asked Dylan before the podcast this, and like, if you're gonna go, being one of the first to go during getting hit by an asteroid might be kind of ideal in that scenario.
If there's an asteroid headed directly for Earth that's undoubtedly going to wipe us out, do you think the government would let us know so we could prepare for it, or just keep us blissfully unaware?
The government might not, but
private.
There's gonna be people out there that I'm not believing on Twitter, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this dude.
Okay.
Kind of like the first time I heard about coronavirus, I was like, okay, are we worried about this?
Yeah, these crazy people are just gonna let us believe these things. I don't know if they would tell us. But if we were all aware, if there's a countdown basically to like the Earth being wiped out, be a situation.
You're just in the gym, just pumping.
I'm not gonna work out if
Final
I have
pumps.
if I have a month to live. I'm not gonna go work
Dylan
out.
just dials up the nearest batting cages. He's like, "Hey, how much time can I get?"
You got to go into the afterlife with pumps.
Yeah, that's true.
Looking
that's
vascular.
That's a good point, Dave. I don't know, man. It's just something to think about, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
Or not.
Like imagine entering the afterlife puffy and bloated. Couldn't be me.
Like you get there, like, dude, have you not been hitting the gym? Like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
Kind of letting it rip a little bit there, buddy.
Get it under control, dog.
Dude. Asteroids, man.
So it's supposed to pass by at a distance of 3.2 million miles, which kind of feels like a lot, right?
Just buzzing the tower a little bit,
but
universally speaking.
I don't do miles, as I proved when I thought that I'd driven my car 20,000 miles already, like a week into having it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm an idiot.
And what did you driven at what, like
200,
300?
A couple hundred, yeah, nothing crazy. I'm an idiot. Distance does nothing for me. If you put one of these asteroids in front of me sitting like there, and you were like, "Oh, it's the size of the Empire State Building," I'd just be like, "I mean, okay."
I've told you
Looks
this.
really big to me.
I've told you the circumference of the Earth, right?
Sure, what, Prince?
The circumference of the Earth. Like if you were just walk around the entire Earth on the equator.
Well, okay, what is it, smart guy?
Take a guess, bitch.
Like 5,000 miles.
Oh, you're way low. Why would you think it's only 5,000 miles?
Yeah,
I told you, dude.
That's maybe.
It's 20.
I understand. Now that I think about how big the United States would be to drive across, yeah, that's a dumb guess.
It's just under 25,000 miles across circumference.
There's going to be like the same thing about Brett not knowing about the 30-second thing on the microwave. That's just going to be me, like people ripping me for not knowing distance on like our subreddit.
I want you to guess like 100 million or something crazy.
No.
A science stat that my wide receiver coach teacher in 7th grade told us that I don't believe. Shout out Coach McGill. Is that there's enough, your circulatory system has enough to wrap around the world like twice or something.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
There's
shit.
no way, right?
No, I feel like that's bullshit too.
Like all that shit inside me. Come on,
It's
bro.
not happening.
That little frame, there's no way, dude.
Yeah,
I feel like if you took me apart piece by piece, I'm not going around the world.
I'm not stretching.
No.
You can't stretch my shit that far.
Yeah, I'm not Stretch Armstrong. You kidding? You shitting me? So what's up with this volcano?
Can you explain? What is up?
Apparently,
should we get Brett in here?
There were fears of a volcano. We don't have a mic for him right now.
Just take mine.
Like there were fears of a volcano at a national park this past couple days.
Luckily, this got dropped into our group text, and luckily, we got some people in there that follow a volcano tracker verified on Twitter. So,
well, this says Yellowstone volcano. Is the steamboat geyser activity a sign of a magma buildup? So Yellowstone Steamboat Geyser, which I've never been to Yellowstone. It's on my bucket list.
is Yellowstone just the veiny-faced meme kid?
Just waiting to burst.
Yeah.
Maybe. Their Steamboat Geyser is the world's largest active geyser, and it has points that have been spewing hot steam, some 300 feet in the air since 2018. However, Steamboat runs at its own rhythm in the Norris Geyser Basin, unlike the likes of Old Faithful and Pork Chop geysers, which are linked. Shout out to Pork Chop.
Hot liquid.
Well, I don't even know what it would mean if there was a magma buildup. Like if there's a magma buildup, does that mean it's going to blow?
Well, a common misconception is that Yellowstone only has explosive eruptions, but lava flows are far more common. The last one of those happened 70,000 years ago. There have been a couple dozen lava flows since then, and since the most recent large explosion 631,000 years ago, which is an interesting fact that I can't believe I remembered.
Yeah,
verbatim.
that was really good.
Thank you. Surprised Dylan didn't know that.
Don't you sneaky know a decent amount about volcanoes?
No, I mentioned previously that I'm very unafraid of volcanoes.
What, you think you can outrun lava?
I feel like I have enough warning that it wouldn't be a problem.
You're just better than traffic and stuff. Like you just think that you hop in your car and you can just jet out of town. Like no, there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of other people trying to do the same thing.
I just feel like if I'm by a volcano that's starting to erupt, I'm not gonna panic.
You gonna climb a tree or something?
Hey, let's just get out of here, so that we don't burn alive.
They say that Yellowstone will give you a lot of warning
Yeah.
before any significant eruption. So, and they say that that would just be lava flow. Anyway, very likely. Per Twitter, per USGS Volcanoes, that's the handle. Free, no ads, but check them out.
No, we're actually being paid by the National Volcano Service.
That would be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
They deliver volcano updates and info. Tweets do not equal endorsements. Just to be clear. It's in their bio.
That's like the most hollow statement ever when I see that in somebody's thing.
Yeah, it's not going to
Then
like remove liability.
Yeah, why are
like,
you tweeting it,
social liability? It's like, oh, okay.
Like I'm gonna put like, are people like right now? There's no time right now that people are just getting exposed online, and justly so. But like, is there gonna be an influence out there that's like, hey, dude, I said like my tweets aren't endorsements. Like
it's not that defense doesn't hold water.
It's like, no, I googled the equal sign with the line through
Yeah,
it, and
dude.
I copy and pasted it in my bio, and I put,
Oh, did you not check my bio? Because it's right there. Like
these aren't endorsements. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you more afraid of an asteroid or a volcano?
As far as natural
Volcano.
disasters go, a volcano ranks dead last on my worry chart.
I'm more scared of a volcano because I feel like it's more likely that something could happen with one than an asteroid at this point.
But it's such
Agree,
it's
and
such a slow situation.
If it's a big, yeah, that's the problem. Asteroid will wipe us out like immediately,
Yeah,
right?
it's like like
Volcano, shoots ash up into the atmosphere. It's like just a prolonged, like, oh no, what are we going to do?
what's the worst volcanic disaster in history?
Pompeii, maybe? I don't know. That's the one where the
People got
people got cryo frozen.
Sounds like in 1815, Mount Tambora had a death toll of 71,250,000 plus, regarded as having caused the year without a summer, creating famines across the northern hemisphere.
And where was that?
Mount Tambora. Off the top of my head, I would say Mount Tambora is an active stratovolcano in the northern part of Sumbawa.
Sounds like you're
one of the
reading
lesser
that.
Sunda Islands in Indonesia.
Sounds like you're reading that.
No, dude, no. It's just it's right here. I knew where it was.
Well, it's sad for those people, but in 1815, the technology to see something like that coming, and the means to evade, not quite where they are now.
Well,
This is wild. Like what it looks like now versus what it like might have looked like in artist renderings. It's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna go down like a very big volcano wormhole today.
I respect volcanoes. Don't get it wrong.
I don't think
that
you
doesn't
do.
sound like you do.
I
at
don't
all.
think you
Respect 'em.
do.
I respect
I can't
them.
wait.
You
I
don't
can't-
respect volcano. You just said that
Dude.
you could just get away from one if it just started exploding.
One's gonna pop off here in a few weeks, and Randy's gonna have to pull the tape.
I hope not. Look, I hope not. That'll make me look like a jerk. I might already look like a jerk, and I'm sorry.
You do.
But give me a hurricane or a tornado or even an earthquake. I'm more afraid of those. Okay. And of course, I don't live near a volcano. That probably has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, you've got geographical privilege on your side.
I do.
You should acknowledge that.
I acknowledge it. I'm geographically privileged.
You got crystal ball in the Gulf right now. Keep an eye on it. Just saying.
Is that the name?
That's the name. The tropical system currently forming in the southern Gulf, down near the peninsula.
Shouts to Cristobal.
What peninsula is that? Where Cancun is? Is that Yucatan?
Dude, we really don't know.
I always confuse that with the other side. Baja's the other one.
Come on, Dave.
Yucatan.
Different
I've always just
oceans.
liked the word Yucatan.
You.
Mhm.
Catan.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of rolls off the tongue.
Like you, Darvish.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
I don't think Darvish and Yucatan are the same.
You.
God, I love you, Darvish.
Man, he really melted down in the playoffs, though, for the Cubbies. Just saying.
Why you gotta do that?
And the Dodgers.
But then again, the
But,
Astros were cheating, so.
There was a systematic
They were blatantly
sign
cheating.
stealing,
Yeah.
electronic
Forgot about
dribbling.
that.
Forgot about that
the
part.
time that they blatantly.
Don't,
Oh.
yeah, you're not. Look, we'll go after our own. We're going after your team too.
Oh yeah, you guys can talk shit. Have the Tigers done anything I can go at them for?
Oh, probably.
Just signing
Who
Miguel
was
Cabrera
y'all's
to
old
that
manager?
long-term deal.
Jim Leland.
Dude.
I loved him.
Okay, I was gonna say if you start talking poorly about Jim Leland,
He
then
just
it's
looked
gonna-
like a nice guy. Like he looked like
I don't
he
think
would.
he was.
Oh, really?
No, I mean he was a brash guy.
Okay,
I've seen him cry numerous. Anytime we won the division, he would cry.
that's
and
what
that
I
would
remember.
make me cry.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, it was tough. The last time I dipped was after we won the division, and Jim Leland started crying and was like all happy. And my buddy and I were like, dude, let's pour a stiff whiskey drink and toss in a dip and just
Ceremonial.
watch these celebrations.
Wow, just a couple of old school ball players
Yep.
dipping and drinking whiskey.
Next thing we knew, I was thrown up in the toilet and I swore it off. I was like, yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Regular Wade Boggs over here.
Felt very swag.